What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at Doctor Strange, Wong, and bats. So let's see what we've got going on. Let's check it out. As promised, today we'll be taking a look at the Doctor Strange, Wong, and Bats 3-pack? 2-pack. Let's see what we've got going on. Taking a look at the package, of course, we are under the Doctor Strange banner there. You've got the emblem at the top. We've got some good stuff going on in here. The box looks pretty packed. Some power effects. Wong, Bats in his translucent green. Doctor Strange right there with the alternate Dormammu head. Flip it to the side. There's some great imagery on the side there. Flip it to the back. There are your expanded images. Man, those look really good. Some important information down at the bottom. Flip it to this side. Just your names. Let's get them out of the box. Fresh out of the box. As I said, there's a lot going on in this pack. You've got some extra hands. You've got these power effects. You've got the extra head for Dormammu. And look at Bats. He's got his own little stand too, so he can get in there. He can float around. So Bats-like. Alright, so I like this. Whether or not you feel like this is a hostage 2-pack, I kind of do in a way. I definitely don't need the Strange, so I'm going to be selling Doctor Strange here. I do like the new cape, though. However, it is attached, so I can't easily just use that cape on another Doctor Strange if I so desired. But it is a nice looking Strange if you are missing one. Alright, let's take a closer look at each of these figures. First up, we've got Bats. Not a whole lot to him, right? He is a ghostly dog. He's translucent plastic. He's green. I like it. That's about all he needed to be. For the Doctor Strange, we get a little bit of a darker version of him, right? You can see the eyes painted in there, sort of a dark purple. So they kind of give him, that little bit more of the evil look, right? Darker through the costume as well. I said I'm going to sell this. I'll probably find a place for this. That just seems to be the way it goes for my collection, right? So, I don't know. It's decent enough. As I said, you do get a new cape, so, that's a pretty cool design for the cape. It gives it that wavy sort of look. I do like that the most out of this figure. It's a small thing, right? It doesn't make up a whole lot, but it's probably my favorite part of this Doctor Strange here. Face sculpt is pretty good, though, so you gotta like that. We've seen it before. It's just a different version of that same face sculpt. For your hands, you do get your sorcery hands, and then you get your power effects. So I love these as the accessory. All the other Doctor Strange figures in my collection have those older effects, so this is great. This is probably, aside from Wong, the main reason for me getting this pack, right? So I get these effects here. The purple ones are meant for Doctor Strange, but you could use either pair. It's just that the hands are painted yellow on these purple ones. The plastic for these is a very soft plastic. You can see how pliable it is here. I don't really love that a whole lot. It does come off feeling a bit cheap and will certainly warp a lot easier over time. You can see here too, the hands are painted yellow, so you'll definitely get some chipping almost right away on that. And then here he is with the Dormammu head, so you can get an idea how that looks. It fits kind of on the lower side, like it sits lower, I should say. It looks a little bit like he doesn't have a neck. For your articulation, the head will look down to about there, so the chin doesn't quite touch the chest. He does look up pretty decently. The cape doesn't get in the way. It's got a nice wide opening in the back there. Arms will move all the way around. Will go up to about there. You do not have the upper bicep cut there, and you are single jointed at the elbow, like you've seen on these arms every time that they're used. Nothing at the forearm, and then your hinge at the wrist. You do have your ab crunch and hip swivel, so fairly basic design there. Leg kicks up to about there, and then the shirt sort of pulls it back. It'll go back to about there and then out to about there. Upper thigh cut, double jointed, pinless at the knee. And then your boot cut and your hinge and swivel at the ankle. For comparison, here he is backed up against the Walmart exclusive Doctor Strange. As you can see, mostly the same figure, the cape being the major difference here, and the new power effect pieces. So those, as I said, I will definitely use. This Strange looks good enough, pretty much the same, certainly not superior to the Walmart version. And then here he is backed up against a slightly older Doctor Strange. So if you haven't upgraded, you missed out on the Walmart, you didn't go with the VHS 2-pack version, you still have this guy, then I can see why you might want to upgrade. Certainly a better version body-wise, and it does come off a lot better than the old Bucky cap, right? So. And then here he is backed up against Dormammu. You can see smaller in stature than Dormammu, and of course, let's take a look at the alternate head here. Now you can get a good idea of what they might look like when you have them both as Dormammu. They end up being about the same height with the flames coming at the top there. And just to take a look at what this head looks like on that Dormammu, I think it comes off pretty well. It is, I think, the more desired look because he has the brighter orange for the face, and then the flame is a little bit brighter orange as well. So I may leave that. Moving over to Wong, we can get a good idea of what this dude looks like in action figure form. So our first comic version of Wong in the display, and certainly the big reason why I wanted to pick up this 2-pack. Get to add a new character, right? And I'm always talking about how much I like that. So for your hands, you do get some open hands. You get some grabbing hands. You get some pinchers, snappers, what have you. And of course the power effects, which is absolutely the set of hands I'm going to go with for Wong. For your articulation, head will look down only to about there, so the chin certainly not touching the chest. He will look up to about there. That neck is on that double joint, so you do have the lower bell and the upper. So you can move the neck and head around a lot more than you can with most figures. Head does go all the way around, and you get some rock side to side. You are on a butterfly joint, so he can get some extra movement there. Arms will go all the way around, up and out to there, so you get some good angle upwards. Bicep cut there, you're double jointed, pinless at the elbow, and then you do have your hinges at all of your wrists. Upper torso dumbbell there, so you can get some pretty decent movement. Actually not a whole lot, but some pretty decent movement. And then doesn't appear to be anything lower than that. Leg will kick up and out to about there, back to there, and then up and out to about there. Upper thigh cut, double jointed, pinless at the knee. Nothing at the boot, and then your hinge and swivel at the ankle. For comparison, here he is with the Walmart Doctor Strange. So certainly something that'll be more common in my display and probably a lot of people's. So they look good together. I like that aesthetic. And here he is with that older Doctor Strange, so you can see they still look pretty good together. I did say that Wong will probably be in the display with the Walmart one, but I actually think he's going to go down on my sort of Mystic Magic shelf with this Doctor Strange. So I do think this looks pretty good aesthetically as well, so I am looking forward to how that's going to look. Alright folks, well there you have it. There is your Bats, Wong, and Doctor Strange pack. A fine pack. Specifically for me, it's all about Bats and Wong here. The Doctor Strange, I could take or leave, so I much would have preferred a single release of Wong. However, I feel like maybe there wasn't such demand, and it seems like they can always sell a Doctor Strange. So putting them in a 2-pack together, it does make sense. Not something that I needed in a 2-pack, so just in my own personal collecting preference, would have preferred a single release, but I do at least enjoy the fact that it is a cohesive 2-pack. So for those of you who are looking for the 2-pack, I'm happy for you. All right, that's the 2 cents, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got something out of it. I do appreciate you dropping in and checking it out and staying this long if you have. Of course, you can always find me on any of these socials down here. Most importantly, though, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below. And until next time, take it easy.